Greetings. Welcome back to my channel. So guys, I want to share with you guys basically what has been downloaded and revealed to me recently. So for a little while now, I say about a week, I would kind of say though it's been a little bit over a week though, but I've been raw. Me and my husband both been eating raw, and this was a spirit-led thing. It wasn't like intentional. It just came over us. And what was revealed today, I mean, it was so many like messages just shooting out. So what was revealed today was to go on a to do a Mucoid Plaque Cleanse. That is basically a super master cleanse, and it's not a master cleanse like, you know, like the cayenne and the honey and the apple cider vinegar type of cleanse. Like, no, this is a deep physical, spiritual level cleanse. Because if you guys aren't familiar with a Mucoid Plaque Cleanse, basically you are deeply cleansing your colon. And so your colon is very vital and essential to your body. That particular organ system has to be cleansed regularly. And so when you are consuming meat, when you're consuming dairy and bread and pasta, all of that, one, it holds energy, it holds a certain vibration, and then also it's starch. Starch, you know, is sugar, is bread, and bread is sugar and bread. Bread is thick, is dense. Pasta is dense. All these dense foods. Meat is dense. So from the time that you enter into this realm, your first form of food is breast milk, or, you know, powdered formula, you know what I'm saying? But it's a liquid. And then as you get older, you know, we move you to solid food. And for many of us, that solid food has been chicken. It's been chicken, it's been pork, it's been beef, it's been meat, and very little vegetables. So from the time that we're little all the way up until, you know, just as we grow older, we're still carrying all of that food and energy from back then. Because see, you have to understand that real food is that of what comes from nature. So I know a lot of people have their own spiritual beliefs and views when it comes to eating meat and dairy and things, but my belief, my new belief, because I didn't always think this way, you know, I was thinking how majority of other people think, you know what I'm saying? But when I came into my spiritualness, when I came onto this path, I have learned and have been shown, and it's been revealed to me, that meat consumption and dairy is not good for my spiritual growth and evolution. So if what I'm consuming is not conducive to my evolution, to my growth, to my evolvement, then what is it doing? It's doing the opposite. It's hindering me. It's not doing good to me. Because over the years of eating dense foods, you know, genetically modified foods, starch foods, meat, dairy, milk, cheese, bread, pasta, all this stuff, pop, all this stuff is collectively holding a certain vibration. So when it comes to meat, the way the animal is killed, even if it's killed in a ceremonial way, even if you are uplifting the spirit, but still sacrificing it in a ceremonial way to eat it, it still does not bypass the density that the physicalness of eating the food holds. Cleansing, flushing your colon, making sure your gut is intact, all of that is essential to longevity, to life. So when you eat foods that are dense, it slows you down, and those foods hold a certain vibration, and they can attract still certain vibrations to you because it's still stored within you in your colon. Meat consumption and dairy, those foods take longer to break down than that of vegetables, whole grains, fruit, nuts, seeds, things like that. Those foods are quick to break down, and they absorb the vitamins and nutrients that you need. Now, when it comes to the mucoid plaque is a form of buildup. So along your colon, that lining is building this mucoid plaque, which is a barrier blocking vital nutrients to come in to be absorbed. So then it stops hair growth production. It stops cellular rejuvenation. It stops a whole lot of things. It slows up a process. Your body is intuitive, and your body heals itself. So if you're not helping your body to heal itself through nourishing foods that are good for your well-being, for your cells, for your mind, for your everything, then what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So this is where it comes into be of conscious eating. You know, you being aware of your lifestyle. You're being aware of why you do certain things. You know what I'm saying? So the path that I'm on is a path of purification, crystallization, me becoming God, me becoming Christ. Because the closer you are, like just quoting, cleanliness is the closest to godliness. It's a form of godliness. So that means I have to align myself with a certain type of frequency, with a certain type of energy to become godly. You feel me? So being clean, not just in my environment, but inside the temple, within. Because people all day long can focus on the outer things, but it's the inner things that matters most and foremost. You're seeking the kingdom of God first, which is the inner kingdom. The kingdom is within. You access it first within, and then it becomes an outward manifestation. So God bringing heaven down here on earth, that is something first being done spiritually, in the spirit. Everything came first from darkness, from chaos, from the feminine, from the spirit, and then it's birthed into this physical reality. So that is why too my spiritual views are changing as it pertains to everything being masculine through Christianity. Christianity, the patriarchal form of how that religion was constructed, was they took out the feminine. They have deemed and damned the feminine. They have took the feminine out and made everything masculine, made everything ruling and dominant, and all of that. That strong, just over masculine energy that's toxic, you know what I'm saying, essentially. So things have become tainted. So, okay, when you honor the feminine, when you heal the feminine womb, we have to heal both wombs though. Our feminine womb and our masculine womb, which is our mother and our father wombs. We have to heal those wombs. So when we come back into the knowledge of the feminine and the knowledge of the womb, and we're crystallizing ourselves, we're becoming more and more aware, you start to see and appreciate and respect the feminine aspect more and more, because everything was first feminine. When you're carrying a child, that child is first a female before it becomes a male. So in Christianity, they say God created Adam from Eve, pulling her from his rib. But in essence, everything comes from a womb. A womb. The womb is the creatrix, is the creative force, is the creative energy. Only females can birth spiritually as well as physically. We hold seeds, just like fruit in nature. The fruit in nature carries seeds. They are fertile, they're impregnated, and they multiply and they reproduce. Females multiply and reproduce. We can have 30, 40, 50 children. You know what I'm saying? You know, back in the day, your mom or your grandma have like 20, 16 kids. Only females can do that. Men honor and respect their mother and their grandmother, their sister, everything. The masculine energy has to protect the female, the feminine. That's what it was created for, as well as many other things. But a lot of things has been flipped and turned upside down and made for control and dominance and force. And it's just so much more behind that. But going back to a health aspect, when you're really healing and purifying yourself, you're sanctifying yourself, you're healing everything that was trying to destroy you in this world, this outer world. You know what I'm saying? And as you get higher, when you go up the ladder, you know what I'm saying, and you're changing your inner world through cleansing, through, you know, you healing yourself, your DNA, your cells, everything is repairing and healing and becoming alkaline and returning back to its original blueprint, its original state of how it was originally designed. Because you can alter DNA, but by us healing ourselves and going on different journeys and exploring different realms of thought in our minds, we're calling in and pulling in growth and expansion. And that's what we're here to do. We're not here to be stagnant. When we become stagnant in our minds, we become stagnant in our bodies. And that stagnation forms disease. It forms depression. It forms sickness. It forms everything to die. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not happy and you're not living, then you're dying. So when you're eating certain foods, listening to certain type of music, watching certain type of shows, it's all a form of food. It's all a form of something being fed to you. You're eating, you're consuming something. So even in the Bible, when it say man shall not live off bread alone, but by every living word that proceeds from my mouth, that's to say that you're not supposed to live just off physical food. Your food is also supposed to be spiritual. It's also supposed to be mental, emotional, and things like that. Because you don't just have a physical body, you have a spiritual body. You know what I'm saying? You have an emotional body. Your mental body is your astral body and all those things. It's all it is different words for the same thing. Things mean the same thing, but in different religions and cultures, they call it something different. So that creates that separation. So when we fix our mind on separation of everything just being separate in that way, we lose sight of what's real and what's the truth and what's whole. You know what I'm saying? So doing this mucoid cleanse, what I'm feeling is a whole energy shift. Because like I told you guys before, when you start to transition from being a carnivore, eating meat, when you transition from that to vegetarian, vegan, plant-based, alkaline, solar, breatharian, then solar, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Then, you are now absorbing energy in a different way, because food is also energy. It's an energy exchange. You see what I'm saying? When you are watching your favorite person on YouTube, it's an energy exchange. I'm putting out the video, I'm making the video, and then you're watching the video. That means you're absorbing my energy. You're absorbing my thoughts. You're absorbing my world. You know what I'm saying? When you tune into this portal, to this vortex. So that's why I always say, I hope this message really stick with you and come into you, because it's for your spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that you don't need to know. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, my channel is about me showing you guys my journey anyway, like my spiritualness, my creativity, health, all those things. And this has been just placed on me, and I want to record this journey and share it. So tomorrow I'm gonna go to the store and get the things to do this cleanse. And I've already been eating light. I've already been unknowingly preparing myself for this next step, for this new level. Because you got to understand too, like when you're leveling up, when you're going up higher on a spiritual ladder, it's like it requires sacrifice. So if now my body is requiring me to become raw, I have to sacrifice cooked foods. I have to sacrifice the comfort aspect of what I get from making certain foods. You know what I'm saying? But it's all for spiritual reasons, to just become more aware of my life, my consciousness, and just to go deeper into the mysteries of God. To go deeper into the mysteries of the divine as a whole, both mother, father, masculine, feminine, the whole encompassing, omnipresent, androgynous spirit. You know what I'm saying? So it's a privilege. It's an initiation. And you have to surrender, and you have to just let go and just keep going on and on with what's being revealed to you. That's why I always say to you guys too, follow what is being revealed to you. Follow what is truth to you. What do you resonate with? And that's how your spiritual path will unfold right before your eyes. What are the synchronicities that are showing up in your life? What downloads are you getting? What information is coming in? And if you're consuming things that are dense and heavy, those things block your receptors of receiving information. Because as us being vessels for the divine has to channel information to you. So when you're hearing God and speaking to God, that's a form of channeling. So all day long, you're constantly channeling spirit without you even really knowing. Because all day long, your mind is going, you know what I'm saying? All day long, information is coming in. But how do you know if it's of God, if it's divine? It's because it goes against basically like what your everyday normal ego thoughts are. It's something that's higher than yourself. It's something that's instruction based. It's something that's a revelation that can blow you with, like, whoa, like dang, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. And so the more we detox, the more we cleanse, the more we become light. That's how we can absorb more energy. That's how we can absorb more information, more wisdom. We have to pack light, not just physically, but spiritually as well. We have to detox and purge and cleanse spiritually as well. Getting rid of emotional baggage, emotional debris, trauma. Trauma is stored in our bodies. So with the laying of the hands, as it relates to the Bible, that's Reiki. That's you having the power within you to heal someone else because of your energy, the energy that you pull, and how you are spiritually within your heart. The picture of Jesus, you know, the Europeanized white Jesus, the painting is always him, you know, going to his heart, and his heart is illuminated. It's the heart being light. That's your chakra. Your chakra system. Your chakra system is your spiritual system. So don't become all engulfed in the religious dogma of something being wicked or bad or evil. Let's get past that barrier and bust up higher than that, because that's a form of a stumbling block to keep you from the bigger picture of what's being said. You have to work on your temple, your inner man. That's your inner man. Your spiritual system is your inner man. And through you working spiritually to clean up yourself, you renew your mind. When you're cleaning up the files and deleting files out of your spiritualness, out of your mind, out of your being, the programs of lack, of fear, of judgment, of condemnation, of depression, everything that holds you in bondage, that's keeping you from being free, being fluid, being light, being like water, being like air. When you're transmutating, transforming, you have to let go of all of that. So even when people study like Buddhism and things like that, like it's all your mind. You're dealing with the matters of your heart as well as your mind. And through purification, we get to crystallize and come into truth, come into balance, come into wholeness, become innocent and childlike again within ourselves. We hold that, we carry that, we keep that. We still grow and have to mature and become adults and all that stuff, but you still hold within you that childlike essence, that childlike innocence. That's your core being. Because in essence, we're still all children. We're still growing, we're still learning. You know what I'm saying? We still have to be taught. You know what I'm saying? So we have to clean ourselves up in order for the divine to fully manifest within us, just like Christ. Christ had to empty himself out to be filled up with the Spirit, to be filled up with the divine, to do all the miracles and all the things that he was doing. He had to become light. Fasting for 40 days. I mean, like, come on, like, who's disciplined enough to do that? People can't even fast for 3 days a week. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working my way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll probably take a while before I get to the 40 days and stuff. But you know what I'm saying? It's all about discipline, though. Because at the end of the day, once you can make it past 3 days, once you master doing a fast for 3 days and you do it like that, it's a cakewalk. Then you can do a week. Then you can do 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Because then you can harness energy from other sources and not just food, physical food. Then you can sit out in the sun and receive that energy that you need, that you think you need from food. You getting it now from the sun. You're getting it from plant medicine. You're getting it from herbs. You know, you're getting it from doing different breath techniques, different breath work, Tai Chi, you know, Taekwondo, like all these different forms of building energy, building chi, ka. It's all the same, you know. It's just different names. And in Chinese, they call it chi. In Egyptology, they call it ka, you know. In Christianity is the Holy Spirit, is, you know what I'm saying? But it's still the same thing. It's energy. You feel me? It's energy, essentially. And the spirit is the embodiment of that divine energy, that pure energy. And that's what makes it holy, is because it's pure. It's of the divine. It's not corrupted by the world. You know what I'm saying? The world have you attached, have you all in materialism, have you all in the cares of the world. But when God say, be not concerned with what you'll eat and things like that, that's telling you to be more involved and in tune with your spirit. It's a exoteric and then it's exoteric. So I'm more of mystic. I'm more of Gnostic. I'm more of esoteric now. You know what I'm saying? And I've been this way for a while in my thinking and in my awareness and my understanding. My inner standing. You know what I'm saying? My inner standing. And so that's why I speak a little differently and things like that, because this is my revelation. This is the unveiling of what's being revealed and shown to me. You know what I mean? And so our potential for growth is infinite. It's infinite. God is infinite. The Creator is infinite. And the Creator always wants to advance you, to level you up, to grow you. So even when you hear in Christian sermons, you know, like T.D. Jakes or just anybody else, when they're always saying God wants to level you up, don't keep thinking of it in a physical sense of you having a house, a car, and money. It's spiritual. It's spiritual. God can only show you greater things if you grow and expand and change your perception. You have to change, period. You have to transform and things. So yeah, I'm going to document this Mucoid Plaque Cleanse, and it's going to be a shift, y'all. I can already just feel it. It's going to be a major shift because you're expelling. I'm going to be expelling all of that gunk, that filth, that soot that's just been in me from way back when, and that I'm cleansing myself fully out to be filled up with light, with love, with truth, with the elixir of God. You know what I'm saying? The divine essence. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's wonderful. Because see, once you, like, so okay, with me being raw for this little while, for this long, I've always incorporated raw into my lifestyle though, but to just go all the way with it, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we like to tiptoe on the fence, we like to double dutch with stuff, and sometimes we don't go all the way through, we don't go all the way in. And so it's like, yeah, go all the way in with raw. And it's like, okay, I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with that because already I feel I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have this joy, this peace, this just my vibration, my vortex has changed. Because when you are, you know what I'm saying, when you consuming certain things and you on a certain vibration and it's low, you could tell. You could tell. You'll be not happy, you'll be depressed, you'll be angry, you'll be bitter, you'll be sad, you'll be all those things. And then you eat stuff to keep you in that vibration. You know what I'm saying? You eat the ice cream and just, oh man. And see, you know, we've been programmed too, like with television, like certain movies, they'll have a girl crying because she broke up with her boyfriend broke up with her or whatever. So she's sitting in front of the TV watching something sad that could further make her cry, and then she's eating a bucket of ice cream and cookies. It's like, yeah, man. Detoxing from everything, you guys. Everything. And just seeing the truth of, you know what I'm saying? And when you, what I was going to say before though, is when you enter into a new lifestyle, like if you're transitioning from meat, period, you know what I'm saying? Like when I first went plant-based, when I first like went vegan, a whole energetic shift went over me. My mind, everything just shifted. It was different. It was more clear, more aware. And I lost weight. My body started to contour naturally to this type of fit shape that I didn't have to work out for. I didn't have to go to the gym and work my body out. It naturally formed to the vibration that I was coming into. So that's why I tell you guys, you know, like pay attention to everything when you're going on certain journeys or when you're doing something different, whatever it is. Always just try to document yourself. Study yourself. You know what I'm saying? Study your habits. Study your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Write stuff down. Have a dream journal. Like write down certain dreams that you have. You know what I'm saying? Write down certain thoughts that you have that come over you during the day. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when you're driving in the car, especially when you're by yourself, sometimes don't play no music. Just ride and go on a ride, a long ride. Maybe take a road trip, even if it's just going somewhere that's 45 minutes out. You know what I'm saying? Just be in that silence. Be in that God realm. Go somewhere out in nature and just stay silent. Stay silent. You know, and that's a form of meditation. Waking meditation. But when you do sit still and you're quiet and you're tuning in, you're going within, you're dialing within, spirit within, then all that new information can come in, and then you can get love and healing from the elementals, from the earth. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, this whew, yeah, y'all. So okay, I'm already at 30 minutes. So what I was thinking about doing was talking about the cleanse first, and then adding in here like me going to the store, getting the stuff for the cleanse, and then record me doing the cleanse. I was gonna have that all be one video, but now I'm not gonna have it all as one video. I'm just gonna break it up. So I'm just gonna introduce you guys to what I'm gonna do next, basically. So Mucoid Plaque Cleanse, that's what I'm gonna be doing, as well as eating raw. And I'll also share to you guys like some stuff that I'm eating and things like that. So I'm gonna just say it right now. I've been drinking coconut water and regular water, spring water. I've been eating a lot of fruit, still drinking my tea, and I've been reading, doing more reading. And that's another thing, you guys, like when you become light within, you can break down information much faster, much quicker. Your understanding is more receptive, it's more on point. So when you're reading the word of God too, when you're reading, you know, the Bible or just anything that you're reading, you have this heightened sense of knowing of what it's saying. You know what I'm saying? Because I had somebody ask me one time, like, do you really understand the Bible? Like, you could just understand it? And I'm like, yeah. You know, some stuff you gotta chew on, some stuff you gotta really ponder on, because it's symbolism also in the Bible. Like, you could read something and it can mean something in that time, but as your consciousness expand, you could read that same scripture and it means something totally different now. You have a newfound understanding of the text. You know what I'm saying? Your eyes are constantly being renewed. You know what I'm saying? It's yeah. It's litty, okay? It's litty. But I just want to share that with you guys. And let me know what y'all think as far as this cleanse go. Let me know if y'all did this cleanse before. You know what I'm saying? Let me know, like, where are you at in your spiritual journey? Where do you want to be? You know what I'm saying? You know, let's just conversate. You know what I'm saying? I do want to connect with you guys more. You know what I'm saying? Just conversate. You know what I'm saying? Like, share with me as I'm sharing with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Let's build that. Let's build a community together. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to help y'all grow too. I want to help y'all in ways that I'm helping myself. You know, like the information that I'm coming into, the wisdom that's being, you know, revealed to me, just wisdom that I've acquired in my years of living. You know what I'm saying? Because I do want to share with you guys more of my life experiences. You know what I'm saying? Because we all carry a book. We are all living books. So, you know, chapters in my book, chapters in my story, in my life could resonate with a chapter you could be in right now in your life. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. So, you know, I'm coming more into too, you know, because of, you know, the Christian conditioning of not judging. You know what I'm saying? And I know that the Bible speaks about is two different types of judgment and things like that. But, you know, just coming out of that, just condemning type of judgment. Because when you do that to yourself or to other people, like, that brings about sickness. You know what I'm saying? And that brings about all type of just negativity. Like, it's not good. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like I told you guys before, I'm coming more again into myself, into who I am. You know what I mean? Regardless of how anybody else feel, regardless of anybody else's beliefs or spirituality, I can only be me. I can only be who I'm created to be. I can only do me. You know what I'm saying? And I know with this social media, everybody got their own opinions and views and values of things, and we're all sharing it. You know what I'm saying? But when you solid within yourself, when you solid with God, can't nothing break that. No matter if this person think this way, that person think this way, this person commented something negative, that person disliked your video, that person said, oh, you this, you that, or blah 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 blah. Like, all that shit don't matter. The only thing that matters is how you think, how you feel, how you treat yourself, and your relationship with the divine. Because at the end of the day, when you're not on this phone, this camera, this internet, are you still living your life? You know what I'm saying? Are you being real? Are you being real with yourself? Are you being real with God? Are you being real with your journey? You know what I'm saying? No matter where you're at in your journey, you just keep it real with God, keep it real with yourself, and keep it pushing, regardless of what anybody else think or what anybody else say. Because another thing is, you know, a lot of people talk the talk but don't walk the walk. A lot of people type on the internet but don't be out here really living life, really seeing God moving, seeing the divine move, seeing things ain't being revealed or whatever. You know, I don't know, but I know that that's where some people are at. But it's no concern to me, because I'm only I'm only here for those that want to advance, just like I want to advance. So keep it positive, keep it pure. You know what I'm saying? Don't be gravitating towards the negativity. And that's why I feel too with this cleanse, it's gonna pull out that string of negativity that just lingers, like the inner critic and things like that. All of that type of energy holds you back in one way or another. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the more we cleanse, the more we purify ourselves, the more we come closer to God, to our divinity, to our divine selves. All right, so I love y'all. Peace, and I'll see y'all in my next video.